Hey everyone, I am continuing my work on split background colors on apps, Flutter apps, and from my previous video, this is what I achieved. Um, I have since developed a much better solution, which I will show to you guys in this video. So, just for comparison's sake, so I've already built this and it's running in the background. So the big reveal, bam, look at that. That is something. I am really proud of this. This was inspired from this right here on UpLabs, which I bookmarked a long time ago for my Mastodon client as an inspiration. So yeah, like, that's it. So I'm going to give you a tour of the code, how it was made, and that'll be it for this video. So, this root widget here with the material app, that's all the same. But what I've got going on here now is I have a scaffold, and the background color is this indigo that you see here in this top area, which I call the header. Inside that scaffold, is the root widget for the body. I have a safe area. Standard stuff if you don't have like a regular app bar. Got to protect against notches and things like that. The safe area, I'm not entirely sure I need the center here. Let me remove that. I had a bunch of like other extra stuff in there that I ripped out that I ended up not needing it. Yeah, so the center didn't do anything. So I've got a safe area with a child of a column. The main axis alignment on this column is end, which means things will start at the bottom of the screen and work their way upwards. So inside, as the children for the column, I've got two expandeds. The first expanded has a child of a header widget, and the second expanded has a child of body widget, and it has a flex of 4. Now, this achieves what you see here. This second expanded is this white area, which I call the body. And since these two areas, the header and the body, are both contained in expandeds, I have the flex of the second expanded as 4, which allows the widget to grow from what it would be down here further up the screen. So I'm going to go into these two widgets now and show you how they're built. Well, in the header widget, all I've got here, it's a stateless widget. It returns a column with a main axis alignment of space between, because the two children inside this column are this back arrow button, whatever, and this text, how can we help you? So what the first widget that contains the button is just a row with an icon button inside it. That's it. And since rows will automatically start their children at the beginning, it shows up here with no extra effort. The second widget is contained in padding that has an edge insets dot only of bottom 40. So because the column is spaced between, this text will by default appear at the bottom. So I give it some padding to push it up a bit. And it's just the text. How can we help you with a text style? It's got a white color, it's bold, and it's a font size of 28. That's just it. The body has a little more going on inside it. What this is a stateless widget that just returns a material, which is this white, and the default colors of material is white. So I don't have to specify a color here. For this particular look. It has a shape of a rounded rectangle border with a border radius of only the top right and the top left of 10. Radius.circular of 10. That gives the corners. Now, what this does is this widget here, this white area, this body is simply overlaid on top of the scaffold body. Like the scaffold itself. Because the scaffold color is this indigo, I stick a column over it you know, just containing these things, and obviously they don't have their own background colors to, you know, to block the indigo. And then I just have this material that allows me to give the curves with the appearance of, I guess, this sort of, I don't know what to call the effect is. You know, anybody who goes to Dribbble and UpLabs and stuff and looks around at app designs for inspiration, you'll notice this design a lot. And I don't know what to call it. Again, like from the titles of the videos, obviously I'm calling it like a split color background. I don't know if there's a real term for it. But anyway, moving down the widget tree here, the child of this material is a container that has a height of the media query .size.height. It's basically getting the entire size of the screen and dividing it by 1.4. What this does is, what does it do? I can't remember. I worked on this a little bit before. Let me just really quickly change this to 2. What just happened? Oh, nothing. I wonder if I can just get rid of that. Yeah, looks like I can. Okay, so the child of this container is a column. Actually, I don't think I even need the container then either. Nice. So the child of the material is just a column, and it contains a list tile that represents what you see here at the top of the body, with the text saying top questions, you know, as the title of the list tile, and the trailing is just an icon button of that search icon. And it's followed by a container that I specifically give a height of 50 to emulate this, you know, to have this horizontally scrolling list view with just these arbitrary, you know, these arbitrary buttons to represent different categories, like you see here in this, oh, I guess I can't make the image bigger, but you know, these circle buttons and stuff to represent the topics. So that's just literally just a list view with a little bit of padding to give, let me open the inspector and I'll show you what I mean by that. There's a little bit of space in between the top and the bottoms of the buttons. Yeah, not strictly necessary, but you know, that's just what I was doing. And then, yeah, it's just a horizontally scrolling list view. You know, scroll direction of axis.horizontal. And these is all just these dummy widgets, so I'm just going to move on. And after that, in this column, we have a expanded with a child of a list view, so that you could get this area here. So basically, if you would click on, you know, if this was functional and you would have different categories, ideally what would happen, I guess this would be a page view that contains the list view. And by clicking these, you know, categories, you would jump around. And, you know, by clicking the topics, the actual questions, you would jump into a different page that has the answer or something. And that's really it. It ended up being really simple. If you haven't watched the first video, the different approaches that I tried 2 approaches. One was using stacks to try and overlay 2 containers. I was having a big problem with that. And the second thing I tried, what was the second thing I tried? I can't remember. Well, doesn't matter anyway, because this solution is better. So that's that. I will publish this project to GitHub, and I will link it in the description of the video so that you can take a look at this. I may end up adding, you know, making a package out of this, I guess, and adding it to my widget library that I have on Pub. I would have to sit down and really think about how I would packagize this it can be done. I just have to sit down and plan it. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.